Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we are diving headfirst into an uncomfortable but honestly, absolutely fascinating truth about childhood stress. We've been analyzing some incredibly revealing sources on modern parenting habits, and we're looking at this wild phenomenon where an entire generation of kids is growing up more anxious, more exhausted, and just more overwhelmed than literally any generation before them. It's a hidden epidemic, really, and to figure it out, we're going to look at the data and some cross-cultural comparisons that show us exactly what's going awry, and much more importantly, how we can actually fix it.
So, why are our kids so exhausted? Let me ask you directly. Have you ever watched a child absolutely struggle to fall asleep? Or melt down over something that seems totally insignificant? Or maybe they constantly demand entertainment and just seem incredibly wired and tired at the exact same time? Well, if you have, you are definitely not alone. And the research points to something really crucial here. This isn't a personality flaw. It's not bad behavior at all. It's a symptom. It's a symptom of profound stress. You're looking at a small body carrying a level of pressure that it was quite literally never designed to hold.
There's this quote from the source material that just completely reframed this for me. It says, "It is not because something is wrong with the children. It is because of how we are raising them." Now, listen, I want to say this with zero judgment. Most parents have absolutely no idea they're even doing this. We live in a culture that pushes a very specific, intense style of raising kids, and we just absorb it as normal. So there's no blame here. But to empower ourselves, we really have to take an objective look at the hidden causes of this exhaustion so we can finally start lifting that invisible weight off their little shoulders.
Okay, let's unpack the biology here for a second, because the stakes are high. Think of a child's brain like a massive construction zone. When that brain feels calm, it gets right to work doing what it does best. It builds. It builds focus, language skills, emotional control, curiosity, the whole shebang. But when a child is living in a state of constant low-level stress, the brain is forced to flip a switch into what experts call survival mode. And a brain in survival mode just cannot build. It can only defend. That is exactly why a stressed kid can't focus or can't sleep. Their brain is so incredibly busy just managing the pressure of the day that it has absolutely nothing left over in the tank for anything else.
And that brings us to a really profound, kind of tough realization. The things we do because we love our children are often the very things stressing them out. Think about it. The endless activities, the constant enrichment, the packed schedules. We do this stuff because we literally just love them so much, right? We want to give them every possible advantage in life. But what if there's a place where kids are raised completely differently? A place where childhood is intentionally slower, quieter, and way less stressful, and yet the kids grow up incredibly calm, focused, and secure. Well, that place is Japan. And the rest of this explainer is going to show you the 4 major differences in how we approach a kid's day.
All right, diving into reason number 1, the overscheduled day.
So in Western culture, we kind of equate good parenting with busy parenting. We fill every single hour. It's soccer on Monday, piano on Tuesday, math tutoring on Wednesday, swim team on Thursday. We view these packed hours as the ultimate opportunity for them. But here's the catch. A child's nervous system needs empty time the exact same way their physical body needs sleep. Without downtime, their brain never gets a chance to process the day or settle big feelings. Now contrast that with the Japanese approach. Yes, they study hard for sure, but young kids are deliberately given enormous amounts of unstructured time to just play, to wander around, to be bored, and to just exist. They understand that a calm, completely empty afternoon isn't a missed opportunity. That empty afternoon is the opportunity.
Which leads us right into reason number 2, the constant pressure to perform.
This pressure often sneaks in through our constant need to praise them. We mean well. We say things like, "Wow, you're so smart," or "You're the absolute best." But there is a massive hidden cost to this kind of result-based praise. It subtly teaches a kid that our love and approval completely depend on their performance. And what happens? They become terrified of failing. Every single task turns into this high-stakes test that they might fail in our eyes. The Japanese method, on the other hand, flips this. They focus on praising the effort. It's not "You're so smart," it's "Wow, you worked really hard on that." They focus on the attitude and the grit. And honestly, this simple little shift lifts a huge invisible weight off a kid's shoulders.
The sources highlighted this beautifully relieving concept. You are loved for trying, not for winning. Just imagine the sheer relief a child feels when they actually internalize that. A kid who isn't deeply afraid of messing up, who knows their worth has nothing to do with a trophy or a perfect test score, that is a child who is fundamentally deeply less stressed.
Okay, reason number 3, and this one is wild, catching your stress.
We usually think of our kids as completely separate from us. But biologically, their nervous systems are hardwired to constantly scan and match ours. When you're rushing, they feel rushed. When your shoulders are all tight, your voice is a little snappy, and you've always got one eye on your phone, your kid's body absorbs that exact same tension without you ever saying a single word. They literally catch your stress the exact same way they catch a winter cold. And hey, I want to be super clear. This isn't about blaming overworked, exhausted parents who are under a ton of pressure themselves. We're all doing our best. It's just how the biology of human connection works. The alternative here is prioritizing regulating yourself first.
Because here is the profound truth of the matter. You cannot pour calm into your child from an empty cup. You can give them the most perfectly serene bedroom, organic meals, and a totally flawless routine. But if you are buzzing with anxiety, they are breathing in that anxiety all day long.
This is exactly why Japanese culture places such a deep, structural value on maintaining a calm home atmosphere and on the parent regulating themselves first. They know that calm is contagious, just like stress is. So honestly, the absolute most powerful thing you can do for your kid today might just be taking 5 minutes to calm yourself down.
All right, let's look at the fourth and final hidden reason, the disappearance of free play.
And to be clear, I am not talking about organized sports or coding camp here. When a kid's entire day is adult-directed, structured, goal-oriented, or managed by screens and constant instruction, they completely miss out on child-led freedom. We're talking about real, messy, unstructured play. Digging a giant hole in the dirt, building forts, inventing weird games, arguing with their friends, and figuring it all out without an adult constantly swooping in to manage it. This kind of free play isn't just a break from learning, it literally is the learning. It teaches independence, it builds resilience, and crucially, it is the exact biological mechanism children use to naturally discharge the stress of their day.
So what does this all mean? The big takeaway from the source material is this. Parents are not raising stressed kids because they are slacking off and doing too little. No, they are raising stressed kids because purely out of love, they are doing way too much. Too many activities, too much pressure to perform, too much ambient stress being passed down, and practically zero free time. The paradigm shift we need is completely countercultural. The fix isn't to try harder. For once, the fix is just to do less. Less schedule, less pressure, less hurry.
Now, you don't have to overhaul your entire life by tomorrow morning, but you can absolutely take these 4 super actionable steps starting today. Number 1, look at your calendar and fiercely protect just one empty afternoon a week. Number 2, catch them doing something really hard and praise the effort, not the end result. Number 3, take just 5 minutes to regulate and calm your own nervous system before you engage with them. And number 4, give them one solid block of completely free, unstructured screen-free play. Let them take the lead. Let them be bored. Just step back and watch what they create.
Because at the end of the day, your kid was never built to be busy every single minute of their life. They were built to grow slowly and calmly and safely. And that beautiful process starts the very second you give them room to breathe. I really hope this explainer gave you some valuable perspective to take into your home tonight. Next week, we'll be analyzing the fascinating Japanese bedtime habit that pretty much ends the nightly fight over sleep, so you absolutely will not want to miss that one. Until then, I'm going to leave you with this one question. What is the one thing you can cross off your child's schedule today to finally give them back a piece of their childhood?